Hello everyone, we are back and today we are talking about dividing rational numbers, section 1-3. So we're just going to divide these. Remember, rational numbers, they are fractions that can be converted into decimals that terminate or decimals that repeat. So here we have two fractions and we are just dividing them. And then we're going to write our answer in simplest form or lowest terms. Same means the same thing. Okay, so whenever you divide fractions, dividing fractions is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. And it's the reciprocal of the second one. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to keep this 5/11 the same. And we are going to multiply by the reciprocal of 1/2, which means you just flip them. And it would be 2/1. And there you go. Now we are just multiplying fractions like we did before. Remember, whenever we multiply fractions, first we look to cross cancel and then multiply across. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to look here. Is there anything we can cancel out with 5 and 1? No, there's a 1, so that is simplified. Let's look at 2 and 11. Do they have any common factors? And that's a no. So then we just multiply across. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10. And 11 times 1 is 11. We're going to look at that and see if there's any common factors between 10 and 11. And there are no common factors, so we know that that is in lowest terms, and that's our answer. Put a box around it. Woohoo! Okay, on to the next one. Example 1b. Okay, what's different here? We're still dividing, but now we have a mixed number. So whenever we have a mixed number, what we want to do is first we want to change that into an improper fraction. And remember from last time how we do that was we just take this 8, we multiply it by the 2, and then we add it to the 3 and keep the number 8 in the denominator. So here we go. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 3, 19. Good. So 19 over, we just keep 8 in the denominator. Now this is divided by 2. And whenever we're dividing fractions, that's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So we're going to keep this 19 over 8 exactly the same here. And whatever I'm writing, that's how I want you guys to show your work on your homework. And we're going to go times the reciprocal. Now 2 is the same thing as 2/1. And the reciprocal of 2/1 would just be 1/2. So there we are. Now we're multiplying fractions. Super easy. Whenever we're multiplying fractions, first we look to cross cancel and then multiply across. Cross cancel, multiply across. All right, here we go. 1 and 8. There's a 1, so we can't cancel anything out there. 19 and 2. 19 is not, it's odd, it's not even, so there's nothing there. So we're just multiplying across. Pretty simple. 19 times 1, 19 over 8 times 2, 16. Awesome. Okay, this is an improper fraction because the number on top is bigger than the number on the bottom. So we're going to change it to a mixed number. So 16 goes into 19 how many times? 1. And how many are left over? 3 over. We keep that number 16 on the bottom. So there we go. We have the improper fraction and the mixed number. And whenever you're doing your homework, go ahead and leave it in both of these forms, improper and mixed number. Awesome. Now it is time for our friend, the pause dragon. It is now. You guys are going to move it on, and you're going to work on check it out example 1A and check it out example 1B. So it is time for our friend, the pause, to remind us that we need to pause our video and work on those two problems. And when you get done, then restart it, and you can check to see if you're right. Okay. Pause. Pause it. Okay, we are back. Let's see how you did. Hopefully this is all filled out. Okay, we're dividing by fractions. Dividing by fractions is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to multiply. Instead of 3/4, the reciprocal of 3/4 is 4/3. Okay, multiplying, we look to cross cancel and then multiply across. Okay, let's look. Can we cross out anything between 7 and 3? No. What about 4 and 15? No. So then we just multiply across. We get 7 times 4, which is 28, and 15 times 3, which is 45. Now, are there any common factors between 28 and 45? Well, we know that there's no 2. 3. Does 3 go into 28? 2 plus 8 is 10. So, no. 4. 45 isn't even. 5 goes into 45, but does not go into 28. What's after 5? 6. 45 isn't even, so 6 doesn't go in there. 7 goes into 28. 4 times 7 is 28, but 7 does not go into 45. And 8, nope, they're both not even. 9 goes into 45, but not to 28. And I think that's it. So yes, these numbers are relatively prime. So this is in lowest terms or simplified form. There we go. Okay, on to the next one. Check it out, example 1B. Here we have a mixed number. First thing we need to do is change this bad boy into an improper fraction. We're going to multiply here, add there. 5 times 4 is 20. Awesome. And then we add 2. So 20 plus 2 is 22 over 5 divided by 3. We're just going to make this 3 a fraction, 3 over 1. And then multiply by the reciprocal. Keep that 22 over 5 times 1/3. Look to cross cancel. We can't do anything with the 1 and the 5. And there's nothing we can do with the 3 and the 22. Nothing cancels out there. So we're going to multiply across. 22 times 1, 22. 5 times 3, that would be 15. Okay, that's in the improper fraction. Since it's an improper fraction, we can also write it as a mixed number. So let's go ahead and do that. How many times does 15 go into 22? 1 time. And how many are left over? I want to say 7 fifteenths. And 7 fifteenths can't be reduced. So this is our final answer. All right, if you got them both right, great job. Woohoo, good job. Okay, we will see you next time. All right, peace out. Bye.